shit not getting done? How come these fat, worthless pieces of shit can't do a PT test? Why?
Oh, hey.
Why is going on?
Hey, you know that PT test that was supposed to be unisex. So actually, enough women couldn't pass it. So instead of doing a knee tuck, we're gonna go ahead and do a plank.
Yeah, they just lowered the standards even more.
Yep. Just everyone loves me because they keep honking at me for some reason.
Because you have your phone.
Yeah, fuck them.
Because it's
This is America. I thought this was America.
Because it's illegal now to be holding your phone in a car.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, almost in every state.
See, I just came back from Germany, so Mr. Officer, that's news to me.
Yeah, it's punishable, but I think it's now up to like 2 years in prison, a suspended license, and like a $10,000 fine because it counts as distracted driving.
Damn.
Yeah, they're really cracking down on that because I guess people keep texting and driving and crashing into each other.
You mean like this? Just fucking slams into somebody.
Wham! So my last job, not this one that I just quit, but the one before that, I replaced a guy who was texting and driving and got into a head-on collision.
Oh.
Yeah, killed a 16-year-old girl.
Oh, oof.
Yep. So he was just fine.
I'll do it.
Killed that 16-year-old girl, though, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say that'll do it. It's just like people forget though. It's just like, yeah, it is distracted driving though. I will say that, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to hear shit about it. I spent an entire year learning Korea.
Yeah.
from Naver.
To be fair, you signed up for it.
I did. But I'm saying it's just like if I can drive through Seoul with the entire population of Seoul with my phone like this.
Yeah. I think you can drive through the bumfucks in America. Yeah.
Yeah, versus just a straightaway road for the next fucking 180 miles.
It's one of those things where it means well, but is it really necessary?
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get it. Just like the DARE program.
It's one of those American like good intention to society things.
Yeah.
It's like everyone can get behind not distracted driving, but all it really did was inconvenience everybody.
Yeah. How many of those do you think we can come up with? Because we have that, we have the DARE program. What are other good things that were implemented but just didn't do anything?
The war on drugs, the war on terror, the war in Vietnam, the war in Korea, NATO, the United Nations.
I don't know. I think Korea was justified after being there. I think Korea was justified.
The Department of Defense that does nothing but offense.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah, the TSA. And now I can't fucking bring a can opener on a plane because I might, can open the fucking pilot's head and crash the plane into a building.
Dude, maybe you can, instead of cracking open the pilot's brain, you can go to the people that used to not be able to wear a mask for like an hour or however long their flight was. Crack open their brain and fucking put a rock in it. They'll be smarter.
They literally took, because like I had a whole bunch of like friends. I still have a whole bunch of friends, which is the really good like P-51. The really good P-51 can opener that has the world's shallowest spoon on it as well.
Yeah.
And they took it from me at the airport.
What?
Because they're like, it's a blade. I'm like, it's a fucking can opener. What am I gonna do? Can open my way through the fucking wall around the window? What? Like, what? Like, what am I going to? It's just on my keys, and it's been on my keys for so long, the finish is entirely worn off of it. And they took it from me.
Dude, that sucks.
I got it back when I came back, actually, though. I said, I'm just going to be back for like a week. Can you put this somewhere? Okay. And I'll ask for it. And they're like, here's your fucking can opener. And the security guy was like, I can't believe they fucking took this can opener from you. And I was like, right?
So I'm not sure who's tuned in right now, but when we went to Germany, we flew out of. I don't know if I can talk about that part, but I can say this part. When we got on, they didn't customs check us. If I wanted to, I could have definitely brought a Glock over or something.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to pre-check you. That's pretty
They
common,
don't.
actually.
They don't.
Yeah,
that's
no, like, it's up to the military to, like, pre-check you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
They told us, it's like, if you have a knife or anything, like, I carry my little
little
Smith &
pocket
Wesson.
Yeah.
I carry my little pocket knife with me everywhere. And it's like, oh, you need to turn these in, otherwise it's going to get confiscated. We get to Germany, and everyone's like, I can't, like, fucking get the gunk out of my nails. Where's my knife?
Yeah.
And then...
well, it's just one of those things where it's like, that's a security problem, because there's a lot of psychos in the Army. And also, it's if you're not a psycho, just fucking keep it to yourself. Just don't be a douchebag about it. Great, you have a knife, keep it in your pocket.
The same rule applies. Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a good one, to be fair. That was one of the better things they implemented.
Exactly. The best policy about the Army is just the best not policy, the best advice for the Army, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't do anything. Just keep your fucking head down and do your job and go home.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that when you go home and the fucking your home is the barracks and the walls are shallow as fuck, people might overhear that you went out to a German festival.
That's fine.
And report to your higher command.
Well, that's because you didn't keep your mouth shut. You didn't follow your own rule.
Exactly. But you know what's the worst part though? I haven't heard anything back from them.
Because
Nothing.
You know what? The Army's so desperate for people, they're like, we have like rapists and murderers out here to deal with.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think we're that bad. I know we have murderers, but I don't think we're that
U.S. military has more rapes than the next 50 militaries combined.
Oh, you're talking about overall. Yeah, no, that's definitely a problem. It's a huge problem in Korea.
Problem.
Yeah, everywhere. Fort Hood had the girl get chopped up. Like, it was that specialist, her boyfriend chopped her up. Yeah. And then in Korea, you have all the fucking juicy girls and other bullshit going on. Oh, God, yeah. It's everywhere.
Yep. And so, like, they're probably like, oh, this kid went outside and went to a party. Oh, when they have, that shit to deal with.
Revoke his pay. Article 15. Feel great.
Yep. Send him to Leavenworth.
Yep. Send him straight to Kansas.
Yep.
No trial.
Yep, exactly. Fuck this guy. How dare he?
Dude, what I find funny, though, is that a lot of enlisted get pissed off at officers because it's like, well, officers never get in trouble. And it's like, yeah, we do. It just takes us 10 years.
Well, it's just because there's a lot less officers.
Well, that, and it's a lot more of the systems and everything.
Bureaucracy,
like, you know what a GOMAR is, right?
Yeah.
Exactly that. It's just like...
It's just more bureaucracy because you're an officer, so there's not as many people watching you because you're in charge. So you have more rings and hoops to jump through.
It's more like, as a first lieutenant, I've noticed it's more your own guys. Like, you're more likely to get ratted out by one of your peers than anybody else.
Well, yeah, that's who you're around. Duh.
Yeah. And it sucks because it's like a lot of people will throw you underneath the fucking bus, and that's one of the things that I hate about it. There's a
lot of tattletales because they think they get brownie points for it, but that's not how it works.
Yeah, it's like, oh, my OER means everything. I'm just like, no, it doesn't. What fucking me? Like, I get more respect for trying to clean out the fucking black mold in the barracks with a power washer than trying to fucking jerk off my captain's dick.
Yeah, well, I mean, you probably would be you'd probably be a captain by now if you were doing that.
Jeez. Like, I haven't done any combat-related stuff because I'm chemical.
No, because you don't get any ranks for anything for that, actually. Because everyone thinks you're a fucking psychopath. If you do well in combat and you adjust well and you come back, people are like, you're fucking crazy. Get away from me.
I didn't even shoot nobody.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you get these like huge bags under your eyes, and like I say it all the time because it became like a really big phrase. Like stuff would start going off, you know, or like somebody would slam a door, and you could tell like the guys that were in combat because they wouldn't move.
Oh, jeez.
You know, and it's like they just did not give a shit because fear is only for people that are afraid to die.
Yeah.
So, it's like if somebody could have been slamming that door to come in here and shoot the place up, and they would have still not gave a flying fuck.
I gotcha.
And
no, like that's the thing. It's like everyone's different though. You have people that like generally do not give a fuck. I had one buddy of mine who he went to Afghanistan for a little bit, was on a fob, got indirect fire and everything. It's just like, oh yeah, like we got shot at.
Yeah, it just happens. Yeah, you're either cool with it or you're not.
Exactly. It's funny because it's like I think he internally hates me, but we were stuck with each other enough that we actually talked. So
you
it's
grew
like
on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got to bond a little bit. You got to bond with your guys. So like everybody's got their thing. You got to be a super good morale booster.
Yeah,
it's always the thing. I always get. You just go and you just check on everybody. Say hello. Yep. You almost annoy them. You're so friendly, and eventually everyone likes you so much. You're like, oh.
Yep. The best part though is just like, I'm gonna qualify you later if you don't stop talking.
Yeah.
Dude, he brought up a lot of fun shit. Like should we explain what qualifying is?
Oh,
do you know what that is?
I've heard it before, but I don't know exactly what it is.
So what qualifying is when you piss off enough of your peers, they duct tape you to a tree upside down, and then you're qualified.
Interesting.
Yep.
I'm good. I don't think I need to do that.
Yep. Dude, there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of just stupid shit that happens.
There's a lot of dumb traditions in the U.S. military that I am finding out, which leads me to believe that America is. I always knew America was a cult, but like it turns more into a cult the more I learn about it.
Dude, in Fort Stewart, every fucking Monday through Friday before we do PT, we do the Rock of the Marne song. I can recite it right now if you really want me to.
That's very
every
culty.
Fucking morning. Don't tell me that we are not a cult.
It's a cult. I tell people that all the time.
A fucking cult.
I tell Americans, you guys are a cult, and you don't even realize it. You're brainwashed to shit. You're worse than the Soviets. But
well, here's the other thing that Americans don't understand as well. It's just like George Washington was a terrorist.
He was a horrendous person. All of the founding fathers were horrendous people. And over the years, everyone's like, look at these idols, these perfect people. They were a bunch of dudes in their 20s doing terrorism.
So we won.
Yeah, exactly. And now their like faces are on a mountainside and they're on all the money and everyone's like, they're saints, they can do no wrong. You know?
God. Like, the funny thing is like
Aaron Burr shot Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking wait. Who?
Aaron Burr shot Alexander Hamilton.
Right. Yeah.
In a duel.
Back in the that's the other thing. It's just like people want to bring back dueling a lot.
Yes, I'm for it. Let's go.
Yep. Oh, you got a problem with me? All right, fucking make sure your powder's not wet.
That's right. Pistols or cutlasses.
Yep.
And I'm a small guy, so I want the big.
No. We're not bringing back no Glocks, no fully automatic, semi-automatic handguns. Get out your fucking 1886 Pieta, and we're gonna go solve this.
Yeah. We're gonna smooth bore, fucking 18-inch barrel, 80 fucking caliber, flintlock musket each other. You know.
Yeah, you're more likely to hit the spectators than your target.
At least, if you pick sabers, all you have to do is draw blood. The duel's over.
Yep.
So that's cool.
So that's the other thing I learned about a knife fight. It's just like one of my buddies, or one of the privates, like used to be one of my bunkmates. It's just like, yeah, sir, you want to practice knife fighting? And I'm like, sure. And I'm like coming out of it like, you are going to get cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, basic knife fighting skills aren't hard, and all anybody has to know about basic knife fighting is hands and neck.
Yeah.
If you
The biggest
hit somebody in the neck, they're done. It's the Achilles heel of the body. And if you don't want to kill somebody, if you shank somebody in the hand, they're done.
Yeah. The biggest thing I learned is just go straight for the stomach, because you're
It's
gonna
hard to
get
miss,
shanked regardless. Just hope that just hope that the guy that you're shanking doesn't knock to the rear or knock it off to the side or something, because it's just like you're getting stabbed. Just hope that he doesn't stab you somewhere important, but you gotta go straight for the gut. We saw it in 1917, the movie, straight for the gut.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, it's because, knives got stuck in the ribs. You're supposed to aim for the ribs and just turn the blade sideways, because that's where all your important organs are. But if you stab somebody in the guts and they're all adrenaline up, they're not going to notice. And now you're in stabbing range and you have stabbed them in the non-important organs. And they're going to just be driving their knife into you over and over and over and over again in all of your important neck and upper organ bits, because you were dumb enough to stab them in the stomach.
Oof.
Yeah, that's why I like side-mounted bayonets, because the blade is already turned sideways to go right conveniently between the ribs.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
What about the fucking the rail spike ones? The old Enfield, the rail spikes?
Yeah.
Do those work?
Yeah, they work really good, actually.
Okay.
Well, no, because the round ones, there's nothing for your muscles to contract around, because the reason the knives get stuck, like all the old cruciforms and stuff, and you have to have stabbed living shit to know how this works. But if you take a cruciform bayonet, like a Mosin bayonet or like a Bra bayonet or anything that has hard edges on it, like even the 1907 that has not a rounded fuller, it's a very square fuller. Your muscle fibers and everything are going to contract around that blade and hold on to it, making it very hard to retract.
Okay.
So you stab it into them, and because they're so long, because they were just so long back in the day, and they had sharp edges on them, that wasn't like the blade, your muscles would grab onto them when it went into you, and it made it hard to pull out. So shorter bayonets that have rounded edges, and the fullers are like shallow grooves rather than like deep channels, or like the round spike bayonets, like on the number 4, go in and out real easy. And that's what's good about them. They fit between the ribs and the important organs, and they go in and out real easy.
Yeah. I still feel, though, if you're close enough to get into like a hand-to-hand situation like that, you're kind of already fucked.
You're dead. It's just, am I going to take one with me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you're getting down to. And it's like when people are talking about like regular knife fighting, I always say aim for like the collarbone area, because you're either going to slice their throat, or if you penetrate deep enough, all of your biggest veins and arteries, like your aorta, are right there. So all you do is you take your knife blade, and if you could drive it into like close by their collarbone here, you just wiggle that blade around, and you're going to like sever the fucking major heart arteries, and they're fucked.
Yep.
And that's dirty, though. Like, you're going to go blind. Like, I don't think you realize how much pressure the heart can spew until you cut the really big pipes it has. But it's a lot. And it'll get all over you. It'll look like Saw after you stab somebody, like, down past their collarbone like that. It is like what you see in the movies, like projectile feet of blood. It's awful.
Yeah, humans are disgusting when you take them apart.
Yeah, they really are. They're gross. They're so gross, and they stink after like 12 hours.
Yep. It's just like can't even fucking bloating and all the other fun stuff that happens afterwards.
Yep, it's bad. Well, if you ever get a chance to see it in real life, it's neat the first time you see it.
It's neat.
At least that's what I thought. I was like, once you see like a bloated corpse that hasn't like fully started like decomposing it, you're like, you've always kind of secretly, if you're me anyways, secretly deep down kind of wondered what it would look like, like you're always like the science projects always going on in your head. The information that you could possibly learn from this, and you will never have another chance to do so, maybe. Turns out you would get a lot of chances to do so. But
I don't know, like, man. Go ahead.
You see it though, and you're like, you learn a lot. It's a thing if you're going into it kind of like desensitized, like expecting to see it. It's a learning thing, but if you're not expecting to see it, it will scar you.
Yeah, it's kind of like gin. If you go to take a shot at first and you know you're about to get hit with pine, it's all right.
Yeah, yeah, but if you don't know it's about to taste like fucking floor cleaner up in here,
Yeah.
it's rough. It's rough, you know?
Yep.
But it's
Oh, yeah.
go. Yeah, you're
Whenever I
fine.
introduce my buddies to gin, it's just like, yeah, it's gin tastes like pine,
Yeah,
and then they're like,
it's
oh,
great.
okay, it doesn't taste as bad.
I love gin. It's so good. More people need to drink it. I'm glad it's coming back in popularity because
I don't like the aviation gin though, like the Ryan
what?
Reynolds one. It's okay,
What?
but it's okay,
I just like how they didn't. If you like really, really piney gin, it's not for you.
right?
It's not very piney. So, but Hendrix is a really good go-to, and they do all
Hendrix
their
is
limited
alright.
releases. You know,
I haven't
and
tried the Moon one, like the special edition one of Hendrix.
the lunar one's discontinued already.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So then there was one after that called Neptunia, which is also discontinued already, and now there's another one.
I think the alcohol store on Stewart isn't visited enough that it might still have it available.
Still be there.
Yeah.
If you can find it, because I think the lunar is like the best bottle they've made for quite a while. So
I'll take a look because I know exactly. Like I passed it because that store also had the cream Disaronno. It's diabetic. Disaronno will make you diabetic, but God, is it good?
It is so good. I like amaretto in my coffee, which I know makes me look like an alcoholic that I would just get up at 2 a.m. and put amaretto in my coffee, but it's just a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking good. I agree. But
dude, it like I haven't had amaretto actually. Isn't it also cherry or no?
no, amaretto is almond.
Okay, it's almond. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
'Cause I know.
almond flavoring. Yeah,
All right, because yeah, Disaronno is
it's
cherry.
very sweet though.
Yeah. Okay.
So
To say, I'm telling you, something like I actually don't drink alcohol all that much, but it's either gin, Disaronno, or hard ciders.
I mean, that's not a bad combo, to be honest. I drink all those things, and they're actually pretty good go-tos. So.
Well, I also find it funny. It's just like the forbidden mix that you used to do back in Korea.
The Everclear and the Tang? Oh, I thought you were talking about mine. Yeah. Oh.
Not that one. I was going to say the prune juice and the kefir.
Yeah, that'll clean you out.
Yeah. Dude, I tell people that all the time when they're having hangovers and shit. I'm just like, try this and see if it helps.
It gets everything out of your butt. You feel so good afterwards. So. Yeah. Like after you just shit your brains out, and then you put all good bacteria back in your body.
Yep.
You're set. You're so set. And
like,
people don't believe me. I'm like, it's pretty natural. You're getting a lot of essential vitamins and minerals while you're doing it.
Yep.
It's good. It's good stuff.
I've done it like twice, and it's just like after eating like when I came back from Germany, I'm just like, dude, I've been eating fucking box rations for the last 6 months. I need something.
I need to go get some prune juice and some kefir. Yeah. I tell people
I like the blueberry kefir though.
That's fair. If you can get the Madagascar vanilla one.
Okay.
Because they actually
I haven't had the vanilla. I've had the strawberry and the blueberry.
They have like 9 flavors, and the mango one is really good. And then they have like a strawberry banana one, and then there's like a tropical fruit one.
Do you think a lemon one would be good?
Probably would be. I could see that. I could see lemon being pretty good.
I think if it's done right, it would be good.
True. But then again, it's like kefir is already pretty sour. So it's like you're just doubling up on the sour. But I could see it. You're getting the aggressive robot voice. You must be going through a low signal area.
Okay.
Uh-oh. He'll be back. He'll be back. I gotta grab another beer.
Okay, we back.
We're back.
Okay.
Look at that. You're good now. You're good.
Yeah, I love how as soon as I address Hey, it says, how's the stream doing? It fucking just shuts out.
It should. That's why, because you thought about it.
Yeah.
You gave it the satisfaction of acknowledging it.
Yep. Oh, man. Sorry. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Yep, but yeah, no, the cool thing is that I took pass, actually, so I got 4 days. Like, when everyone came back, everyone's finally back now, so everyone wanted to take their pass. Yeah. So I got, like, 2 back-to-back 4 days, but they canceled my leave because of reintegration. It was already approved, and then once we got back, it's just like, oh, yeah, you got moved from the first flight to the last flight, so you have to do reintegration now. Sorry, it's the same time as your leave. You can't go. Nope, sorry.
Well, you signed up for it. That's how it is.
Pretty much. Yep. The only 2 days it's going to be an
I'm still thinking about it, though, because I'd be a huge benefit to the U.S. military.
Yep, and then they don't use a single goddamn idea that you have, no matter how.
They don't need to. As long as I can get my captain and my lieutenant to be like, that's a good idea.
Jeez.
That's all I need.
I think you'd be around, like, captain age right now. Like, you're around the age of a captain.
I'm 28.
Yeah, okay. Yep, that's captain material, because I'm 24, and I'm a first lieutenant. I'm a young first lieutenant, too.
I don't think I want to do that, though. I'd rather just be like some crusty E5 that sits in a room scraping carbon off M4s that recruits didn't do good enough on.
So if you're going to be in an arms room, that's actually an additional duty, and it gets tashed out randomly. But you have to sign for everything in the arms room. So I hope you like 2062s.
I love paperwork. It's the greatest thing ever.
As long as you can manage property, by all means, go for it.
Well, here's the thing. I've lived in this apartment for a long time now. I've never made a spare key once. I've never, like, lost anything. I never lose my phone. Everything has its place, and every place has its thing. And it all works out in the end.
The road just got worse, by the way.
Well, yeah, you're in the South.
Yeah, it gets progressively worse and worse.
Yeah, well, you're getting further south. The further south, the closer to Florida you get, the worse it gets.
Yeah, because, like, right now the roads are all, like, it went from nice, smoothly paved to okay paved, and then now you're kind of on, like, ugh.
Yeah, well, because they just do it in, like, 400-yard sections in the South. The roads. Yeah. They don't do, like, a long strip of road at a time, and that's just the project for the year. They do, like, 500, 400-yard patches across the state, and then call it good.
Pretty much. I mean, I actually just had my fucking tire blow out back literally yesterday, my back right tire.
Yeah.
That shit blew out. I think it's because I've driven up and down the East Coast, like from Georgia to Virginia, this will be my 5th time on this fucking route.
Wow. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, get some new tires. And at least you know how to change a tire, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I changed it over. We had to go, like, I was with my buddy. We unscrewed the winch on the back. Like, we were finding problems. Like, where the hell is the winch thing?
Yeah.
So we finally found it. It's like, okay, we lowered the spare. We got it changed over, and it's just like, all right, let's go get new tires. So there's only $300 though for 2 rear tires.
That's not bad. I mean, if you got a really common rim size and you don't care what kind of tire you're putting on there, you can get tires for pretty cheap. So.
Yep, it was all right.
But I can't tell you how many people I have, like, helped change fucking tires because they don't know how to change a fucking tire.
Yep. I was gonna say, it's just like my experience was a lot better than yours with you're nearly killing somebody.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Dude, I swear, it's the best, though, just driving back and forth and listening to the podcast. It's like, they're normally like an hour or longer, so I'm just like, oh, I wonder what Devin's up to.
I wonder what Devin's up to. Let's go see exactly into the window of this fucking psychopath's world.
Yeah, exactly. Let's peer in a little bit.
Yeah.
I got nothing else going on. My life's all right.
It's true. I've been trying to get mine back together. There's been a lot of shit going on.
Well, I heard that you have your new thing that you can't talk about, so I won't pry too much, but I hope it goes well for you.
I can't talk about it, but I started on Thursday, and it's going to be dangerous. And I really didn't want to have to go back to a dangerous job, but it's the government, and the money is really nice.
So you clean out porta shitters, okay.
There's probably going to be a lot of human bodily fluid.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So,
dude, you know where else there's a lot of human bodily fluid? Fucking Camp Grafenberg, Germany.
Yeah, it's Germany.
7 out of the 15 toilets are decommissioned and up to the rim with shit.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
The only 2 toilets that work are the one that's just the actual toilet that works and the one with no door, so people can see you shit in it.
Wait, you don't shit with the door open anyways?
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, you got any toilet paper?
You do it to a certain dominance.
Exactly, just stare him in the eyes. Just like, hey.
Pretty much, yeah. You do that all the time. It was a thing, like you would do that to like new recruits all the time. You would just have the fucking door wide open and they would like walk in and there'd be like 4 of you. Just the stall door's wide open and you're taking a steamer and you're just like making direct eye contact.
Dude,
like,
two stories from basic training 2018. That was a while ago, but like I remember we came back from going to the multiple churches. Me and a buddy got bored on the weekends, so we would go to like different churches because we were just bored. We came back from Buddhism one day, and I saw like 15 of our dudes seeing how many of them could shove themselves into the shower.
Yeah.
The one shower cubicle, they're all butt-ass naked too.
Yeah, and well, you get bored. It happens, you know. And like, there's just times where we tried to see how many guys in full gear we could squeeze into a porta-john.
Oh, yeah.
7.
7?
Guns and all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really great until like the saw gunner had to get in there because he's got the big fucking ammo pouches and the huge guns. Yeah,
the pork chops.
And it's like, okay, guy, you're not getting in here, but we managed it, and then like we broke the porta-john because they're like held together with those like plastic rivets.
Broke the frame.
Yeah, they're like plastic rivets were popping out of the sides. Like it was like still all one piece, but it had like ventilation holes in the sides of the walls now from where it was like splitting apart.
Dude, oh man, we had a porta. So it was a little bit windy in Grafenberg. We had a porta potty you literally spill over.
Mm-hmm.
You could just see the water gushing out of it.
Yeah, it's bad too. It's so bad because if they're not full, like full, or they're not anchored right,
it was right next to the battalion CP.
Oh, so like everybody has to walk past it all the time. Oh my god! Yeah, and it's just this blue liquid all over the place, and just shit, just a river of shit and blue liquid running around. Yeah. Yep. Yuck.
Dude, we were sick, like, I'd say 2 out of the 6 months we were there. That was the most sick I've ever been in a job.
Same thing. Whenever you go to, like, a different continent, people just have different stuff, and it goes around in different ways.
Exactly.
You never thought geography would save you and, like, how much space we have here in, like, North America.
Oh, dude, we're open as fuck.
Yeah. Until you go to like Europe or somewhere, you don't notice like people's like it's overpopulated. And I'm like, you have a 300-acre farm, you know? And I'm like, there's people that live fucking pole to hole with each other in cities, and you're like complaining.
From Bavaria, Germany to Paris, it's the same. It's almost the same length as the drive I make from Georgia to Virginia.
Yeah, it's like incomprehensible for people in states to drive 2 hours and be in another state. And then like you could drive 2 hours and be in another country in Europe.
And Europe's nothing but a bunch of states stacked together that think that they're individual countries. Let's be honest.
They kind of are, but like.
Yep. Oh, we're from the Netherlands. Moi, je suis français. L'allemand, ici. Yeah, and we're German. We're all different states, but we're different countries. Yep, totally.
Yep, that's right. It doesn't make any sense to me either, but like that's fine. Till one of them gets big enough to kill all of the other ones, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if Ohio went to war with everybody else. It's like, okay.
Yeah. It's like that time Ohio went to war with Michigan over Toledo, the worst city in the United States.
Yeah. Yep.
They both wanted it real hard.
All right, guys. We gotta deliver a crippling blow to Ohio. Let's set the river on fire again. I like that.
Yeah, let's set the river on fire again. And then I love it. Ohio's like,
Again.
yes, we got Toledo, and it's like you still don't have anything though. You're a fucking boring ass state in the middle of nowhere. Fuck, it's terrible. They're even moving the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to Indiana. There's nothing in Ohio. There's no reason to live in Ohio.
Just if you want to be a farmer, congratulations, go to Ohio.
Why? We have Nebraska.
There you go. It's just like if you want to be an East Coast farmer.
They're not on the East Coast.
Even then, you have Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
Or you could go to Indiana, which has shit.
That too.
It's Ohio, but with stuff to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe they have 2 fucking football teams in Ohio too. Like, come on.
I haven't been to Ohio since like a kid, but
great, you saw it all.
All right.
You saw it all of it. You went there as a kid, bam, it hasn't changed. There it is. You did it.
Yep. That same hole has been there just with a little bit of irrigation, and then that's about it.
That's right. So, and besides, most of the farmland in Ohio is owned by China, so.
Yeah.
But same here, actually, in Minnesota and, like, the Dakotas. A lot of the farmland's owned by China.
It's owned by China?
Yeah, China. They run all of, like, the big corporate farms. They're all owned by China.
Yeah.
So, like, if you buy milk or, like, corn product or, like, soybean product or anything, even if it says made in America, the company that owns it is probably Chinese.
That's fun.
Yep.
To say, like, all I can say, though, is that if we ever go to war with them, let's be real. Their flooding and their current infrastructure is ruining them enough. Let's be honest.
Here's the other problem, though. Even if we go to war with them, they have all the same problems we have, but they have 5 fucking times the people to lose.
Yeah. All right, guys. We need new air bases. All right, go build them.
I don't understand how the U.S. thinks they're going to win against China. Yeah, well, look at all their problems. Yes, it's all the same problems we have, but they're willing to lose a lot more than we are. Trust me. You think everyone in this country is going to stand up and fight to the end? Because they will in China. They're not going to do it here. You're too privileged because somebody won't get your gender right. That Chinese person's just happy to get food.
There we go.
So, it's like we got people that they get upset when somebody doesn't call them by the correct gender, and that Chinese person is just happy that if he kills you, he'll get food.
Yeah.
So, we're not going to win that. I'm sorry, but
we have a culture problem in the U.S. We have all these, like, let's be real, like, sure, we have all these rampant shootings and everything, but at the same time, it's just like, it's not the entire country, but it's enough of it to like, it's a fucking plague. But the real problem, though, is it's just like we don't have the mental health, and no one wants to get up and do anything anymore.
Yeah,
we're a bunch of people that expect shit to be done for us, and if it's not, we bitch and complain.
Yeah, we gotta just. I've been saying the thing to fix this country is, for one, reestablish mental health. Make that first of all universal health care. All right, just do that. Yep. Then people can get all the mental health shit they want. It's a huge problem in this country. And then incentivize people to do stuff rather than telling them they're shit for not doing anything.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just like my parents' house, for example. I just went there and was on my hands and knees scrubbing out dog turds off the hardwood floor with a Clorox wipe. And I'm just like, come on, guys.
Yeah. And, it's incentive, though. You just incentivize people to do something. Treat them well.
Just you want a clean house to live in that's not going to smell? Just fucking clean it.
Do it, yeah. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that don't fucking clean, and it appalls me how many people like my age don't.
Dude, I know back when I gave you that 6G34 in college. It's just like when we were talking about having clean toilets. How do you judge someone? Look at their toilet.
Yeah, I told you that. I was like, look at the base of their toilet. Yeah.
I do not care about race. I do not care about gender. I do not care about creed. How clean is your shitter?
Yeah, exactly. Do you clean your fucking toilet? And I go out of my way every week to clean my fucking toilet, like scrub it, like with a toothbrush, literally.
I could show you once I get back. Like if I were to just fucking take you guys up onto my apartment, and just without even being there for like the last week, you can see my clean shitters.
Yeah, there's people like I go into their house and they're like, I clean, and they're like, you have dishes in the sink. Your garbage lid is propped open with trash. And
I can understand garbage piling up, but it's like I can understand if your garbage is at 80% capacity, that should be your max before you take it out.
Yeah, I get it.
It's just like once you're above 80%, no, take it out.
Take it out. Yeah. And it's like for me, it's like sometimes it'll only be 15% full, but it starts getting fruit flies. And I'm like, no, it's time to go. Yep. Time to go.
If you cook something, you got raw meat in there. Yep.
Yep. Time to go. And so, but there's a lot of people that'll just do that. I know people that have like storage containers. And they will just fill them to the top, like overflowing, like an avalanche of like cardboard boxes and beer cans and like pop cans, because they want to save it up to like recycle it. I'm like, the recycling bin is there all week. You can like take it out before it's an avalanche and before it stinks and before it's sticky and covered in fruit flies. Like
no, we have to. The fruit flies are assigned to make sure that it's actually gooder. Yes.
Yeah, but it's like. But they're like, but it wasn't full, and I don't want to take the trip. I'm like, it's like 100 feet.
Jeez. I won't understand, like, literally going from my hometown, going to Korea, going to Germany. It's like I used to think that going 45 minutes across to like the other part was the longest fucking trip ever.
It's a long ways, yeah.
Yeah, and then having to drive back and forth for 7 hours or for like 9 hours, and then driving through Seoul, going from like Seoul to fucking all the way up like towards the north of the border. It's just like, you understand, it's just like how small things really are. But at the same time, it's just like how fucking lazy people can be at the same time.
Yeah, well, like I tell people all the time, like, so like I brought my car in for my last job, you know, because mechanics and stuff are hard to find. I was like, I need to get an oil change. I need to get the tires rotated. I need a transmission flush. I need all this crap. And they're like, oh, that's going to be a few days because we have like no things. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. I just have to walk 5 miles to work because it's like the next town over. And they're like, you have to walk 5 miles? And I'm like, it's only 5 miles. I'll just wake up half an hour earlier. You know, like
half an hour. You're really fucking walking.
Well, I'm already up like an hour and a half before work anyways. Because I like to like get some exercise in and drink my coffee and like shit, you know.
There you go.
So I was like, I'll just get up a half hour earlier and get dressed faster and walk 5 miles. And everyone's like, 5 miles? That's the end of the world. And I'm like, 5 miles isn't that far.
I gotta plug in the charger, but no, 5 miles isn't far, but it's just like it's a decent amount if you're carrying something, but it's not the end of the world.
It was a really cold January when I had to do that, but
then that's even better.
Yeah, I think it was actually kind of a warm day when that happened, though. It was like 10 degrees, but it was windy as fuck. And so it was like 2 a.m, and I'm walking down the unshoveled sidewalk through like 8 inches of snow to get to work for 5 miles.
Come on.
You're almost there. Don't worry. There we go.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, but like, you know, many Americans, you say like 5 miles or 2 miles or something, and they're just like, that's a long ways. And I'm like,
you've obviously never been on the Norwegian Rug March before, sir.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I haven't been, but I'm going to do it for the sheer fun of it.
Oh, dude, Just make sure that your boots are good, because on mile 13, I was wearing the basic training boots because I had office boots.
No, why would you do that?
I tear apart my office boots.
God,
Bad
that's a
decision.
terrible idea.
Like,
Well, I decided I was probably just gonna
Yeah,
wear like a brand new pair of boots that aren't broken at all and just suffer through it, just because why not?
Yeah, no, because like on mile 12, it's like, okay, this is fine, because that's normally where you stop at. And it's like, okay, this is fine. And then mile 15 came around and it was uphill. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh God.
yeah. I'd have
Like,
to do about
I was
4
limping
laps
back.
about around my park, and I could do it. And like me and Paige did a short lap of it one day, and I was like, see, that only took us an hour, and we went like 5 miles.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, but it took us an hour. And I'm like, and I was walking half as fast as I normally do because you have hip dysplasia.
Yep.
And she's like, you really walk that fast? I'm like, you've seen me like at work walking in public. I have shit to do. Like, man.
Dude, there's some people that just walk fast as fuck.
I got places to be. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of my way. You know, like I understand you don't have anything to do in your life, woman in Target with her entire family, but I have shit to do. Get out of my way.
Right. Savannah is
And
86 miles away.
There we go.
Yep.
86. That's not so bad. You'll be there before you know it. An hour and a half.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I'll get there, and then PT, of course, is always at 6:30. So.
Woo! Well, good. You get to burn off some of that energy from being in the car.
All the Cheetos I've been eating.
That's fair. Well, I've been trying to get my PT score because I know the scores for the APFT, and I'm way above max already.
Okay.
And I'm like, that better come with extra ranks. I better be important enough because I'm not fat, Army. I'm not fat. You don't have to worry about me.
The APFT?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing ACFT now.
Whatever it is. I'm not worried about it. I'm doing 150 fucking pull-ups a day just for the fun of it. Like,
there you go.
And I was like,
I'll be honest. I don't do pull-ups that much.
I do about 150 a day. And then my pull-up bar, I have the resistance band, so I can do negative curls to do back.
Okay.
And then I do regular curls. I have 2 resistance bands, and they add up to 90 pounds.
Okay.
So I just do those all day, and then, you know, you do all your, like, 500 sit-ups and your, like, 500 push-ups, and you run your 2 miles in your boots and your combat pants because doing it in PTs is stupid because you don't wear those when you fight.
See, that's the other thing is I can tell you right there, that's one of the parts that, like, you're going to be infuriated with the Army about. No, we do PTs and PTs.
That's stupid. I've always thought that was stupid. That's what you sleep in. Those are your sleeping clothes. Your exercise clothes are a vest, a helmet, a rucksack, your full camouflage, and your boots.
I genuinely believe if that was the standard, 80, or my bad, not 80, like, I'd say 60% of the people in the Army would just fucking die.
Yeah. It scares me about how appallingly bad the military is.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm starting to get there too. Like my shins are starting to get like this. I'm looking like Mike.
Yeah. Well, I lost like 50 pounds in the last couple of weeks from like stress at work and shit like that. So I went down from 185 to 135 pounds.
Did you say that you just almost died earlier?
Yeah, pretty much from not eating and barely drinking any water and still working a shit ton and then like getting sick probably because I wasn't eating. And
exactly.
Yeah, and it would have been great if some of the people like around here would have been like, yeah, is there anything I could do to help? But ultimately it's like I'm still helping other people and nobody could find any time to, you know, help me do shit.
Right.
Like 4 hours off, I'd have to scramble to get shit done every week.
Exactly. It's just like I've noticed that it's been a more dog eats dog type of shit when it comes to work. Like for me, for example, like I have 2 jobs, hazmat whenever the hell that happens, and then the report.
Yeah.
After that, it's just like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still there helping everybody else out with their dumb shit. It's just like,
you got to be a good person. You got to help people.
Exactly. It's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but I may have to learn it.
There's people out there that's like, I try to do one good thing every day, and it's like got to the point like where I had a therapist a long time ago, and she's like, you really don't need to be here. She's like, I don't think you really need to be here. You're not expecting too much from the world other than basic human decency, but she's like, that's getting hard to find.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I try to do. She's like, there's one thing though. She's like, you got to take time to like care about yourself. She's like, you got to take some time to actually care about yourself. And I'm like, I know, but I can't. I got shit I got to do. And she's like, that's gonna kill you someday. And I'm like, whatever.
That's why I have this right here when I write it out. So it's like, because dude, that's the problem. If you do not care about yourself, the world will fuck you over. You have to be able to cover your own ass.
Well, I'm covering everybody else's ass for them. I'm helping everyone else first.
Like, the problem is that if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. That's the biggest thing I've learned from the Army.
Right up till I die, I can, trust me. I can find a way to take care of other people.
Well, that's the problem, though. You die.
Well, you know what? It can't come fast enough then. Like, fucking do it. Like, are we doing this? Are we full sending this? Or are we gonna, like, work this out here? Like, come on, life. Are you gonna kill me? Or are you gonna make life easier? Pick one.
Neither.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like you live in agony. That's exactly how it works. And it's like, go fuck yourself.
I heard pain.
Yeah. So that's exactly how my life was going. It's like, are you just gonna kill me, or is life gonna get easier? And it's like, neither. And it's like, well, fuck. And then you just have to like live with it, So.
Yep. That's like with me right now. Is my thing is that I'm in a halfway decent balance, but I kind of want to have more control over shit that I do, which is asking a hell of a lot.
That's a lot right now, especially with how the world is, falling apart around us, and everyone's just trying to make it look like it's all sunshine and daisies.
Yeah. No, every time I go back to my hometown, I realize how much, like, my friends and everything that aren't military are struggling.
Yeah. Everyone's struggling, and you notice it more and more and more, which just means I have to help more people, which my therapist also said back in the days, like, are you trying to make up for something? And I'm like, yes, I grew up horrendously fucking poor. I'm trying to be the person I wish I had as a child, and I've done unspeakably horrible things to other human beings. That, yes, of course I'm trying to make up for that. I'm not religious or anything, but I swear to God, if there's not a heaven or a hell at the end of this, I'm going to be livid either way.
If you didn't steal Legos as a child, you weren't doing it right.
I didn't steal anything as a kid.
Oh, I had a big problem with that, but I got my hand slapped enough.
I stole stuff as an adult, but only from other countries.
Yep. Don't be ratting yourself out now.
No, I have it right here. I acquired some fancy stuff from the wonderful people of Afghanistan. A nice special forces colonel happened to leave this laying around for a few too many days.
Yeah.
So it's abandoned. Mine. It's mine. Abandoned. Yep. I literally gave it fair shake. I was like, if it's here in a week,
you get 3 days.
Yep, I'm taking it. Yep, I am taking it, and it was there. So it just found its way to the bottom of my bag, and it's mine.
I may or may not have. You know how you were talking earlier about the A1M50 adapters?
Yeah.
I may or may not have found one of those notionally in a dumpster, notionally buried under a bunch of cardboard, notionally as I was hunting for MREs.
It sounds to me like it's yours, fair and square.
Yeah.
That's how it works. There's a lot of stuff, like back when you used to go through like all the old like supply sheds and you find like World War I mustard gas canisters. Oh, and you're like, I don't want to be here right now. I know what that is.
Dude, that was a thing in Korea. Like before I got to the unit, they actually were out there, like deconning old mustard agents that just fucking leaked out into the soil.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's happening. I don't like gas. I don't like explosives. I don't like magical science sorcery shit like that.
I like putting on my funny suit, walking in, saying, "This is what this is," and then leaving.
That's fair. Then you don't get to be there. So
Yep, exactly. You just hold up a little wand that's like, "This is deadly. This is dead juice." Okay, what kind of dead juice is this? This is a fucking hydrochloric melt or oh fuck methyl ethyl. Eat your face off. There we go.
yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
I just send some new private in to deal with it. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, there's this cool rule called the rule of twos. So, or whatever the fuck it is. Pretty much when you go out, you have to remember to get shit as you come back. So, yeah, hit your dosimeter, have fun.
Yep. Fuck. I just don't like explosives. I don't like chemicals. I don't like a lot of that stuff. It's yeah.
Dude, I used to be a combat engineer, and now I'm chemical. So, like, I have knowledge in both explosives and chemical.
Yeah, and you should be horrendously afraid of them now, knowing that what they're capable of.
Oh, dude, like we work jointly with an EOD team, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, you hear about like it's magic. That's the closest thing to actual magic you could get. This person is now so many small particles you can breathe him in.
Yeah.
All right, I don't like that. I don't like the idea of this person is now air.
This person's mist.
Yeah, and you
Great.
can physically taste it.
Hey Devin, hold this magic rock for like 50 minutes.
I don't. I don't want to hold that. Not at all. I don't
Go
want
touch
to
the graphite. Go touch the graphite.
I don't want. I don't want to deal with that. And it's like, you know, you hear about like all the gas, like when they talk about like how the nerve agents that like turn your fucking lungs to foam and you cough up your own lungs, like chunks of your like brachii are coming up your fucking windpipe as you cough, and your skin is fucking melting off.
The human body is frail.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, my funny suit protects
shot. God. I thought getting shot was bad enough. I don't need my skin to melt off. You know?
Nah. Dude, all radiation is like, I actually fucking went Seaburn because of Fallout and Stalker and all those old games. Because I wanted to learn more about how it works. Like, so when does the radiation mutate this shit? It doesn't. It melts you.
It just melts you. Yeah, it turns humans into liquid. And like, you can't like take pictures of it and shit like that. Like, have you seen like all the pictures and like film from like Chernobyl? The radioactive material was so bad in the air, it was like overdeveloping the film, and you can see these little like glow spots on the film that were over, you know, reacting with the film. Oh, you got the cops coming after you?
Dude, I wish. A fucking white SUV. No, it looks like just a pissed off Karen.
Oh, hit your brakes.
Yeah. I was looking because I saw fucking like here. Hold on, I don't know if I can switch this over. Oh no, I can't. I can't flip the camera. But there's a fucking white Audi with a top rail. Looks like a fucking undercover cop car. I shit you not.
No, it's an Audi. Cops can't afford that.
Yeah.
If it was a Ford Taurus, I'd be like, maybe you should ease off of it. yeah. If it was a Ford Taurus, I'd probably be like, all right. So, but it's not, so you're doing okay. But
yeah, we only got like 90 more miles until Savannah, and then even then I have to drive past Savannah. So.
Jeez. Well, at least you'll be down in the nice hot South. The nice. God, you're almost in the armpit of the world. You're gonna be nearly touching the sweaty stink dick of America.
Yeah, the armpit, the ball sack is Louisiana. The armpit is Florida and Georgia.
Yeah, it's bad.
How many white cars are there?
People like white because it doesn't show dirt, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am driving white SUV.
I mean, it's just your privilege showing. It's just that they want the color they're most familiar with.
Right. I don't think if you're looking at my car, it's tinted enough to where you can't see that I'm talking on my phone unless you like look through my front windshield.
And yeah, it's just people. People are just terrible drivers anyway, so
Yeah.
you know how
Funny
it
enough,
is.
I've only ever been pulled over once, so it was a thank you. It
What?
was a party gift when I left for basic training.
Wow.
Yeah. Right as I was like 10 minutes before I left Virginia, the fucking state trooper's like, "Hey, buddy, you're going 11 over."
Wow.
So.
And he made you pay that $50 ticket for being 11 miles over the speed limit?
Oh, I think it's like 120, but I still have it in my. It's at my. Yeah, no, it's like 120 or something. It wasn't no $50. It's Virginia. They're gonna tax the shit out of you. We have ABC stores here. So.
It's crime against being poor, basically. That's all a speeding ticket is.
Exactly. I love my home state because all the poors aren't there.
That's fair. I get it. I don't know. I've been pulled over twice, and one is for doing 120 and a 25.
25?
Yeah, I was doing 120 and a 25, but I saw him and I slammed on the brakes and I got it down to like 40 before he clocked me. I was honest with him, so he only wrote me a ticket for like 15 over.
Right.
Which was like $38. That's what I had to pay. And then I got pulled over for driving without my headlights on because I had my night vision goggles.
Oh, geez, you were rocking nods?
Yeah, I was wearing my nods, and the state trooper pulled me over, and he's like, technically, there's no rule that says you can't. But it's like, I had to pull you over to check on you, and then I can
imagine you just fucking look at the cop with, like, your fucking mono, just like...
Yeah, I had my helmet on, and I flipped it up, and I was talking to him through my window, and I was, like, giving him my license, and then... he tried it on and we were like looking off in the woods together and like talking about it and shit. And we were having a good time for like an hour. It was like 4 a.m. in the middle of nowhere.
That's how the best stories are made.
That's right. And he was like, we were talking about guns and we were just sitting on the back of my SUV at the time, my Ford Escape, and I had the tailgate open. And we're just sitting in the back of my SUV at like 4 a.m. on this bumfuck county road in the middle of nowhere, just talking about guns and looking through night vision goggles.
It's like when you show a third world country your brand new toy. It's like, hey, check this out.
He was like, where do I get some of those? And he was like asking me about body armor, and he's like, what kind of helmet should I buy? And
oh yeah, speaking of body armor, I have that. So the Interceptor's mad uncomfortable with the plates in it.
Yeah. Why do you think they got rid of it?
Yeah, it works though.
I think I like the jacket style better than the poncho style. But
no, I like being able to just have it hang. But
yeah, you can just have it open.
Once you have it up, it's like
yeah, it chokes you. Yeah. It's so much higher because you can't adjust the shoulders.
Yeah.
Like if you have like a wide chest or like broad shoulders, your plates are like on your Adam's apple. They're like here, So yeah. So that's why they did away with it. So because you can't adjust the shoulders.
Soft armor only challenge.
There you go.
Is that guy shooting a rifle? I can't help you guys today.
That's right. It helps if you get like thinner plates.
But I don't want thinner plates. I want something. Are those plates level 4?
Well, you can get level 4 plates that are a 1/4 inch thick.
I didn't know that. But I need to go find me some plates because I just threw the E-Sappies in there. And I'm like, okay, Oxide tested the E-Sappies. These are okay. So.
Also, you don't need to have level 4 plates if you have soft armor behind you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so level 4 plates are for plate carriers only. You don't need them in IOTVs or IBAs and stuff because that's an outer tactical vest and they technically have a Kevlar backer. You only need level 3 plus plates.
Okay, because I know like now the Army's issuing out the MSVs because we had those in Germany. Like, oh God, don't even get me started on the IHPF.
They're great, I hear.
Dude, I saw Oxide put a fucking hole right through the middle of the damn thing. I'm like, this is what they're fucking issuing these people. I brought my ECH and denied my ACH, like, cause I'm a pogue, so it's just like they gave me an ECH, and I'm like, no, I don't want it, CIF, just don't give me one. So CIF didn't issue me it, and then they're issuing out everyone else the IHPSs. And I just see our side's video, just like poof.
Yeah, you should have taken the ECH because like me and Mike shot an ECH and it stopped.
No, I did. I privately own an ECH. That's what I took with me.
I have one too because like it stopped a 308, an
308.
FMJ, steel core. All right, steel core.
At 100 meters.
Yeah, 100 meters out of like not a gas operated weapon, like a long barreled precision sniper rifle.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a bolt-action, long-barreled, like precision marksman rifle with a full complete burn rate, the best performance you can get, and it stopped it.
You already shot at the damn thing with an SKS earlier, and it still stopped it.
And every kind of handgun round ever, and it still stopped it. Yeah.
The only thing that I can think of is a deformation on it might kill you, but it's better than the fucking bullet passing through.
Yeah, you have a chance of living at least, rather than.
Some people though are just like, I'd rather die. I don't want to be a vegetable. So.
I mean, I'd rather have the fucking ECH because for one, it takes all the same hardware as the ACH. It's very familiar.
Yeah. I like the ECH. The only problem is you can't mount the Surefire on it unless you get the extended ones.
That's fine. Well, I just use the
Picatinny rails.
No, I don't like those either. But I have the little mount for the I can't remember what fucking I have one.
Surefire?
It's not the Surefire. It's the big one that the Marines had for the longest time.
I don't know what that is.
I can't remember the fucking name of it. Where the fuck is it? It probably
big flashlight. Okay.
It's a big square like angle head flashlight thing almost. I have one somewhere. Here, I'll find it. It's around here.
Devin is hunting for the Virginia Tech flag that I gave him, and he never hung up. I wonder what you did with that flag.
All right, so this is the Streamlight Sidewinder.
Oh, those things. Okay.
Yeah, it clips right onto the side of your helmet, and I like how it doubles as a regular old like flashlight, you know. So, and it's got like a belt clip. It's the best thing ever, and it's heavy, like, but it goes on your helmet, and it's got all the IR capabilities and the red light and the blue light and everything, and so like it's literally like an IR light as well, and it's white. It's got like brightness settings. It'll flash if you. It'll strobe, and it's the best fucking flashlight ever. And it runs off double fucking A's, which are easy to find.
Yep. So you have a whole package there too.
Yeah, and it comes with a little thing to lock right onto the side of your helmet. It gets a little thing that clips onto your helmet, and you can mount it right on your helmet. And I recommend you get one if you ever want one because it's great.
I mean, right now my ECH has an Ops Core cover on it that's got mounted in the rails with Picatinny rails.
Yeah, I just put the cover on mine. So.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Yours is an Ops Core though.
No, it's not. This is just the regular standard one, complete with your little IFF tabs.
Yep. Okay.
But I'll probably put rails on it at least still. So, but on the outside.
For mine, the Ops Core liner, reason being I just swapped from that one, but the Ops Core liner has the plastic things and the its own mounts that's installed into the cover. So that's the one I threw on it.
I just put everything over the cover. I fucking hate having the like flaps and shit that cover the shroud and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't have a flap. It's
just has the hole.
I'll have to send you pictures of it when I get back. But yeah, it's just like it's got the mount and then it's a cover. So,
fair.
I'd have to show you a picture.
Fair.
It's got the plastic arcs on it.
And then I want to get the arc rails for it and just pimp this thing out as sweet as it can get.
Dude, the only problem is that it can be heavy. So
Well, yeah, the ECH is fucking 5 ounces heavier than the ACH was of comparable size. So
yeah, it's that boy thick.
it is. It's way thick. Like even looking at it compared to an ACH, you're like, damn.
So wait, here's my question: if that and an IHPS are made out of the same shit, why does the IHPS suck?
Because Ceradyne made the ECHs.
Back when
3M.
brand
3M.
loyalty.
Yeah. No. So 3M. So Ceradyne made the ECHs, most of them before they were adopted, even.
Adopted.
So they were good quality because they wanted them to get adopted. And then basically the second they got adopted, 3M's like, we're buying you. And then they made them shit and sold them for the same price. Because
I remember you addressing this earlier. That's right.
Yeah. And I was like, because 3M makes fucking everything for the military. And so they bought it and went lowest fucking bidder, obviously, and just cheapened everything out because the government will pay for it.
Yep.
So the ECHs are actually almost all commercial helmets that were bought.
Yeah.
So they were commercial because they're held to a higher standard than the military shit is.
Right. That's like why I bought mine back. And once I saw the video, I fucking paid up front. Like, here's $600. Give me that helmet.
Give me that fucking helmet. Yeah. So I'm glad I got like 4 of them still.
Everyone used to question me on it because they get issued the ACH, now the IHIPs, and they're like, what the fuck is this thing that you're wearing? I'm like, this is my ECH. It's better than your
This is the best fucking helmet that the U.S. has ever fielded, and it probably always will be. So and I tell people that all the time. Like, we've got proof. It's on video. Like, we've destroyed this fucking thing. So.
I just love that none of the infantry guys care. They're just like, oh, that's cool. I'd rather die.
I'd rather die. Yeah, that's why they're in the infantry. Fear is for people that are afraid to die.
Yep.
So
head trauma, fucking blunt force vegetable shit. No.
No, I'd rather just have my head crack my fucking coconut extra good.
Yeah.
Slap a straw in there and call me a fucking pina colada. Let's do this.
Disability, yeah.
Well, yeah. Then they'd even still only go, you're only 50% disabled.
Yep.
Yeah, because U.S. military.
Fucking.
I know one guy that literally can't walk, and he's only like 60% disabled, and it's like, they're like, the upper half of you still works, and he's like, I can't wipe my own ass, basically. It's like, I can't tell if I piss my pants, and I'm not disabled enough.
Sounds like you're just being a little bitch.
Pretty much.
Can't wipe your own ass? I guess you can't fucking sign the signature for this for your 100% disability. Loser.
Yeah. So welcome to the United States, people, where they don't take care of you ever.
Nope, it's called cover your own ass.
That's right. And take every shot and eat every pill the U.S. government gives you while you're in.
Dude, like, I find it funny that everyone's like, oh, the COVID vaccine, I'm not going to do it. I'm like,
why?
How much fucking medicine and drugs and shots has the Army administered to me? I looked at my records, like 13 plus. I'm like, HIV shit, fucking,
yep.
All
Anthrax. Yeah.
Yep.
I never got why everyone's like, they're using it to like kill us. I'm like, no. The U.S. government wants to keep everybody alive as long as possible for as cheap as possible so they can pay more taxes.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
You're the government's fucking piggy bank. They want you to live for fucking ever.
Yeah. So, we gotta milk the old cow.
That's right. And everyone, like, the realization they have when I tell them that, or like when I talk to all these old people, there's like these young people wanting $15 for burger flippers, and I'm like, dude, you should be out there fucking holding the sign on Capitol Hill saying we want all of these young kids to make $30 fucking an hour rather than 15 because Social Security is taxed at a flat rate, so you'd get way more fucking money, you old stupid piece of shit. So you're just robbing yourself of your Social Security money because you don't want these fucking young kids to make more money, which would help them also get ahead in life. Oh, shit, right?
Well, actually, I'm curious. What do you think about fucking the government coming after student loans for everybody? Because I got $20,000 in student loans, roughly, and it's just like $10,000 of it's about to be fucking wiped. My problem, is, Yeah, okay, that's cool for me, but it's the government. Is the dollar going to drop because of this shit?
Yeah, it's gonna help inflation quite a lot.
Okay, because like that's my worry is that I don't want the
Yeah.
dollar fucking getting worse.
It is. It's gonna get a shit ton worse because of that. You know how much student debt is out there? Because
Dude,
you know how
like,
many? Do you know how many generations now have been brainwashed into believing that college is the way to go?
unless you want to be an officer, yeah. But even then, OCS.
Yeah. So it's like,
for me,
come on.
for me, I don't recommend ROTC because you can't focus on your fucking college.
Yep.
But at the same time, that career ain't getting me shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like that.
Go to trade school. You are cutting out a little bit, but I'm getting what you're saying. So
yeah, trade schools. Yeah, trade
and the best
schools,
part
definitely.
is trade schools often like free.
Fucking go learn how to build.
Businesses are so desperate for for people, they'll pay for you to go to trade school if you just sign a contract and work for them for 2 years.
Exactly. Just fucking go work on ships.
Yeah, go learn how to weld. That's what I tell people right now. I'm like, if you are a female and you don't know what to do with your life, for one, there's nobody in that business that's female. You're going to get so much fucking job security and extra pay. Yeah, just because you're a woman. Go learn how to weld, all right? And you will make $500 an hour your first year out of college. So
go be fucking Rosie the Riveter. There you go.
Yep, and I'm all for it. But also, a lot of them don't want to work that hard, so.
Exactly. Like, the funny part is, back during my World War II class in high school, like, a lot of the Rosie the Riveters would leave their kids just unattended in parking lots and shit.
That's fine. Kids, they worked out okay.
When they went to go work on the fucking planes in the factories, they just leave their kids out to do whatever.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if we had, like, universal daycare, right?
Exactly. Devin, we're too big. We're too big of a country to do that. It has to be a state-run thing. We're too big. You wonder why it works in Europe? It's because they're states.
You know, if we just cut, I tell people all the time, I'm like, did you know if we just cut the military-industrial complex, you know how the fact that the U.S. spends like 67% of its GDP on the military? Yeah. If we just cut that by like 10%, we could pave every road in the United States 8 times over. We could rebuild every school brand new. All right. We could double pay the teachers and we could pay for universal health care and still have half of it left over.
We can fix that bent sign. We can fix that bent sign that I just went past saying that Savannah is 47 miles away.
Yeah, exactly. We could literally do everything if we just took the 10% from our GDP and put it towards like social programs and like education and like universal healthcare. We could pay for all of it and still have emergency money left over.
The only problem though is that money going to find its way to those institutions, or is it going to be funneled somewhere else?
Well, I'm saying if we watch it really, really hard, and everyone's like, you can't take that money out of the soldiers' pockets. I'm like, do you know how much the military wastes?
The military fucks over its soldiers?
Yeah. I was like, do you know how much the military wastes? Yeah. The Air Force has coffee cups that cost $4,000 that self-heat and self-stir coffee.
I don't want to talk about the Air Force.
I know. And, you know that F-35 that everyone was so fucking happy about? How's that going? Yeah. Billions of dollars in the hole?
Dude, let me tell you something. Like, the biggest thing, Angry Cops made an entire video on it with Bout for Beauties. $18 million that could have gone to getting rid of this fucking black mold bullshit that I see on a constant basis from my guys. It's just like, could be just knock these fucking old ass buildings down and rebuild them. They are built to be fucking mold creators. Yeah. They are built in the South. Fort Bragg, Fort fucking
They're
Fort
not
Stewart.
Ventilated well either, and they just trap moisture.
Because they used to be like the air conditioning in them. They used to be non-air conditioned, so it was you let air go through. Then you encapsulate them and put AC in them. All those pipes and the fucking dark crevices and shit spawn mold. They need to be broken down and rebuilt because they were never meant for AC in the first place.
Yep. Oh, and you know what?
But fuck
Here's
you.
the other good thing.
Because the
The
money
mili-
didn't go to my pocket.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? If only the military had, like, I don't know, a huge labor force that they could just draw from to, like, build buildings.
No, we gotta deploy. We gotta make sure that the international imperialistic hold that we have on everybody stands.
Yeah. If only we had, I don't know, an entire corps of engineers that literally have a castle on their fucking flag.
Well,
To
12
build
Bravo, 12
buildings with.
series. Where you at? Come on, we're
Yeah,
calling you out.
Yeah, so like I mean, if it can't be more stupid. Like the whole corps of engineers, you literally have a fucking castle on your flag. You can't lay some goddamn cinder blocks.
Dude,
Like,
I used to be 12 Bravo. Give the fucking cratering charge, put it in that barracks, and blow that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they could also like use it to train people. Like you could teach demolition on buildings. Like you could do a learning thing about this. You could film it and use it as a training video.
If we had this shit organized from the top level down, because the problem is that you see fucking command sergeant majors not giving a fuck about it. It is a present issue. They just don't give two shits about it. That, or even at their level, they can't do shit.
It's one of those things where a lot of those guys, I think, they think it's, for one, an issue that's beneath them, or they're so close to retiring or getting out, they just don't care. Because they're like, it's not my problem. Yeah. And I see that all the time. Like, the reason I quit my job a lot is because the union contract, I work with a bunch of 60 fucking 2-year-old men.
That just went out. They just want to have their money get out.
They're signing it. They didn't care what the contract was going to be. But, like, somebody like me that still has to work another 30 fucking years, you know? Yeah. It was a horrendous contract for me. But to them, it's like, I only got to get 2 years and my pension will go through it and fuck everyone else, you know?
That's what I've noticed from a lot of, like, higher officers is that, like, even me sometimes, like, if I see a problem that I can't fix, I will say, fuck this. I can't do this at my level. But the problem, though, is that I'm a first lieutenant. I can only do so much, right?
See, that's where you're doing it wrong. You got to take the Devon approach to it and be like, we're going to do this if I have to fucking do it myself. I'm putting my mask on. I'm grabbing a Scotch-Brite sponge and some Pine Sol, and we're wiping all the mold down.
Dude, like, we could get out the M26s, look it up. It's a higher pressure. It's a military car washer, pretty much.
Yeah.
Those buildings, you can't save them. They have to be torn down. You can't decon it because the infrastructure itself breeds mold.
Yeah, because it's not designed for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you clean it, you fucking disinfect it. It's just going to regrow.
Yeah, and the thing is about mold is if you're not using good disinfectant and the right chemicals and stuff too, it comes back even worse.
And then the other problem is that, like, for most of these guys, you can't just pour bleach or even power wash it off because it keeps coming back.
Well, yeah, because you're just adding water and bleach doesn't kill all of it. You got to use vinegar.
Yeah,
vinegar kills mold.
Yeah. So you have to get all the supplies for it and all that. And at that point, you already have all these supplies bought. You might as well just tear down the fucking building.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
Hire the fucking Koreans to make these comm block buildings for barracks.
Yeah.
They worked in Camp Humphreys. Bring some fucking Koreans over here and build comm block buildings.
Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah. Cinder block buildings. They don't need to fucking look good. Just put them up.
Yeah. Like, if the ground is going to sink, only build them so high. Yeah. But it's just like those buildings, we just spent all this money on Camp Humphreys. Camp Humphreys being a camp because the difference between a base and a camp is temporary, a base is stationary. But we spent all this money to put in the Camp Humphreys for these new comm block buildings. But we can't do that for our fucking domestic soldiers?
Nope.
Come on, Army. Come on.
Yeah, it's just how they think. It's stupid. The priorities that they have. And, like, I agree with you. I wish I could do something about it. And I wish I could care. But, like, people that care don't make it anywhere because of the hierarchy of the military and how everything is set to work. And all these people that are just trying to get out that can actually do good don't care.
Like, that's my thing is that I care, and I've met people that care that are leagues above me. They've been in for a minute, and they can't do a goddamn thing. So that makes me look at it just like, why the fuck am I going to stay in an organization? And this is why I'm like, don't join the Army, join something else. Because it's like, we put all this fucking care and shit, because my grandfather and my father both fucking served in their armies, and I can't do a goddamn thing to fucking help the future generation, because it's just like, it's out of my hands.
It's too much bureaucracy. It's too much inflation. It's too much gross negligence. It's nobody cares.
It's just like fucking China right now with their lay down and let it rot policy.
Yeah.
It's just like the younger generation is just like, fuck all this infrastructure. We're not going to do shit to it. It's going to rot. And whatever happens, happens.
Yep, because we don't care. We can't do anything about it. And there's no reason for us to do it.
Exactly. And that's what makes me sad. It's just like the army and the military as a whole is going to fucking suffer from this because it's like you have no incentives for people to stay in. The people that are in, you work them to fucking death.
Yep.
And you don't give them anything.
Or you don't have them do anything at all, and for some reason they're still in.
Yeah, like for me, hell, I'll fucking self-roast myself. As a chemical position, I should be in Korea right now. There's no fucking reason for me to be anywhere else besides Korea because we don't do shit. I don't do my fucking job.
I mean, you say you don't have anywhere else to be, like... Robot voice.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Okay. Are we back? It cut out during my... I said I was bitching too much and the government stopped me.
Yeah, the government's throttling the internet now. But like, here, to be fair, I could think of one really, really good place for a chemical soldier for you to be.
Where?
So there's this place called Chernobyl.
Oh, jeez. Dude, it's occupied by the Russians right now.
That's fine. Yeah. And, but like, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned up over there.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that the Russians are...
The Russians are doing such a great job at holding those positions.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're also getting, like, violently sick with radiation poisoning and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Yep.
Because they dug themselves entrenching into the Red Forest, which is the Red Forest, is the place where all of the, like, really, really heavy shit that didn't make
all
it
the
far.
excess shit. Yep.
Yeah, from the reactor blowing up, landed, like, a couple, miles away.
You don't have to tell me twice about all the horrid shit that those guys are sleeping in.
Yeah, it's fine. It makes your balls tingle. It's all right.
Yeah. You like having a kid, man. Oh well. This nation is fucked anyway, so it doesn't matter at this point.
I tell people all the time, don't have kids, don't get married. It's dumb. Don't even bother. Just let it all end right here.
Just let it all end. Man, that sucks. I like girls. They're cute.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You can like them and they can still be cute. Just,
just let it die.
Just let society fall apart. Let Mother Nature take back what she needs to, and we'll call it good. We'll call it even.
We'll call it. I gotta be a part of like one of the last colonies then that's just like, all right, smart people only. If you're fucking stupid, get out.
You mean Mars? Yeah. I'm not going to Mars. It's like the ocean. I don't do space or the ocean.
Yeah. That's what the Space Force. That's why we have the Space Force now. It's a big concern.
Yeah, they don't even have a song, and the one that they're working on right now sounds like it's the header of a fucking memo. It's not even. It's not even good.
Dude, one of my buddies just left the Army for the Space Force, and I'm like, congratulations.
Well, he was smart. He was real smart.
You're smart, but let me tell you, you cannot have pride in your shit. You cannot have any pride.
Well, it's part of the Air Force too, so like they're the Air Force.
Still, it's just like I'll be honest. It's like the Marine Corps, the Army, and the Navy can all complain about their shit because they're allowed to.
Yeah, they don't have anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Air Force gets everything brand new. All they have to do is ask for it, and they fucking get it, and it sucks.
Oh, it appears that I am now a. Oh, okay. You can still see me whenever the lights come by.
Yep, you're very. It's getting dark over there. We could tell.
Yeah, it's currently 7:41. So.
Yeah, fair. I got this beautiful $200 ring light to illuminate me.
But is it warm though?
No, this ring light doesn't give off any heat at all. So. That's why it was $200.
Oh, speaking of the setup, whatever happened to my Virginia Tech flag?
It's right over there, actually.
I want to see it.
Well, I have to go fucking get it now. It's still in the bag, even. So.
Okay,
The
never
plastic
mind.
bag that you sent it
I
in.
wanted to make sure you still had it because I see all the Austrian flags and everything. And the
Yeah,
British
well,
flags.
I
I'm just
gotta
like,
try to figure out because, like, I wanted smaller flags. Like, I wanted everybody to send me 2x1 flags.
did I? Oh, I thought I sent you a 3x5 or something.
Yeah, these are all 3x5s, and they take up a fuck ton of room. That's the problem. You know, so like I could fit 4 of them up there. Whereas if they were 2x1 flags, like you can get there's a very common flag size, the 2x1 flags. I could have like 36 of them up there. I have 4 3x5 flags. I could have so many. So like I have a Corps of Engineers flag as well that is 2x1, and it got sent me by Thomas Waters. And I had that up there for the longest time. And I'm like, that'd be great if they were all that size. I could have so many of them. But I got sent all these 3x5 flags, and they're huge.
What we need to do now is just send you patches so that way you can have your patch board.
That's good. That's what I was thinking was going to go right here on this big white piece was the patch board. So I got a patch panel. I gotta hang up. So
I gotta get me a patch panel too. Like I'm afraid if I start nailing things in my apartment, they're gonna yell at me. Just like, what the fuck did you do to our apartment?
Well, for the longest time, my patch panel was I would stick them to the roof of my car.
Right.
So so for the longest time, like people would get in my car, and I had like hundreds of patches from other countries and shit.
Patches, yeah.
And like everything just in the roof of my car, and people are like, "That's so cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, it was pretty great. It was a great place to stick them all. I was sticking them in the roof of my car."
Yep.
So.
I had
people
one
got
guy
cool conversation starters.
Yeah, like I had one guy since we didn't have our cars in Germany, the people that were stationed there would give us rides. One dude's just like, "Hey, since you're a first lieutenant, I don't have that patch yet." And I look at his patch collection, and he's missing. He's got like a major, a fucking captain, all the enlisted guys, and he's missing a first lieutenant. And I'm like, I guess I was meant for this.
Jeez, it's meant to be. Did you be like for $20? Oh no.
Yeah, he kicked me out of the car and told me I was a piece of shit.
Wow.
No, I gave it to him.
All right, yeah. That's not bad. When you see stuff like that, you almost have to. You know, like I gave Mike one of my very rare, because I don't have very many of them left, my Joint Task Force 2 patches.
Right.
Because those are hard to find, and you really got to know some people to get some of those.
Yeah, like for me, one of my Danish buddies, he gave me a COVID response force patch, which for fucking the Danes is like, it's pretty much like you said, it's a really rare patch for them, and the only reason I got it,
task force, yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I got it was because I showed them that I worked in the quarantine barracks in Korea.
Wow.
That's the only reason they gave it to me.
Well, that's cool because that's a rare patch, but like I've got.
I can't see that. What is it?
It is the CADPAT Joint Task Force 2 Canadian Special Forces patch.
Okay, I can see the CADPAT. That's about it, though.
Yeah, and it's a little globe, and then it's the V42 dagger that separates the globe, half the globe, and then it's a half of a maple leaf.
Okay.
And they're super rare because you can't fucking get them, and you have to like know some people or do some really shady shit for a lot of people. And then this is also the other Canadian Special Forces patch.
Okay, with the
goes all the way back. So, because Canada is the one that inherited the Devil's Brigade after World War II, that became the Canadian Special Forces.
Hey, Devin, Canada called. They want to burn your CADPAT.
That's fine. They can burn that shit as much as they want. It wasn't a great uniform. Like I tell people, as much as it's like nostalgia, it's not a good uniform. So.
Yep. Well, that's the fun thing, though. It's just like, as a collector, the joy of taking something that you're not supposed to have and having it.
Yeah. I got a lot of that. Yeah, it's cool to have, but like, if you ever had to like wear one, nobody keeps them because they're garbage. It's a garbage uniform. Yeah,
like for me, one of the uniforms that I like that's actually a pretty alright uniform is the Roka, the fucking Republic of Korea. Their gray camouflage. Yeah, it's a good uniform.
They got shit figured out. I don't know why like Canada kept for the longest time the like 60s pattern shit where it's like you don't need web equipment. All of your pockets are designed to hold magazines and nothing else.
Yep.
So, like, your blouse, okay, will have 14 magazines.
What the fuck?
That's the pockets. That's all the pockets. The bellow pockets on the waist, 6 magazines each, okay? And then you have 2 emergency ones up on your chest. That's what those slant pockets are for. M16 mags.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so, like, it's all for magazines. That's it. And so, like, for the longest time, like the Pattern 64 equipment, it was a belt that would hold your E-tool and your canteen. All of your magazines were in your clothing. And they just stuck that out to, like, today. And then they basically adopted the ACUs.
So that's kind of like the Swiss with their fucking all-in-one jacket.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It does everything, and it sucks because it's a uniform, and you don't want to carry all that shit in your uniform.
Yeah, because you can't just
you can't just like take it out or get rid of it because then you have nothing, you know. And so the Canadian equipment is just stupid. They never got rid of that until very recently, and they adopted the ACUs, but it's like the gray ACUs, but in CAD pad. So it's got like the shitty flat chest pockets. You know, and stuff like that. It's not good, but it's better than the fucking
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I understand that.
As much as the gray digital ACUs suck, I mean, they're better now that they're in CAD pad. But like,
yeah, like for me, I should say my biggest thing is that like I personally love the variety that OCP has.
Yeah.
Like the camouflage. I can wear my hot weathers whenever. I can wear them in the fucking winter if I want to.
People don't like the hot weathers though, for some reason.
I don't like the reason is that they crush your balls. If you don't
they're very tighter cut. Yeah.
If you don't get them fitted right, they will crush your nuts.
Yeah. I love them. Mine fit really well though, so.
Yep. They're the tightest uniform I have that works.
That's fair. It shows off my Pixar mom ass real bad.
Yeah. Yep. Fucking the cake. The cake is why
I am just nothing is left to the imagination. You can see like full on dick outline. My pants are eating, you know, my ass crack's eating my pants. Like you can see my like knees and my thighs and how muscly my calves are. Those pants are like painted on, but they're comfortable. They're like there's enough room, but
they're breathable too.
Yeah. So a lot of people say they're less breathable because there's more nylon in them.
No, they're breathable. I like them.
Yeah, I was like, I like them. I could understand the fabric being less breathable, but like they put so much like vents and shit.
Exactly. Like for example, I have that old fucking the mustard Australian pants, the bunny ear camo.
Yeah.
I have a pair of those. Yeah, the Ozcam. I have a pair of those pants, and they're like the most comfortable things ever. I wear them as pajamas because if I take them outside, they're gonna rip on everything though.
Yeah, it's because they're 80% cotton.
I love them.
They're great. Yeah, so you wash them like 3 times, and they are like pajamas. They're so comfortable.
Yep.
But the cotton doesn't hold up, whereas the nylon does, and cotton doesn't dry as fast as nylon does, and cotton absorbs a lot of water, so it gets heavy, unlike nylon.
Yeah.
It's like I get it, but like I think the best thing's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. They make a uniform, an OCP uniform that's approved in the ACU cut, like your current cut, but they make it in 100% cotton, and you can buy it, and it's approved for use. So you could wash it a couple times, and it'll get that like pajama-y feel to it.
But will it fade? That's the other thing.
No, because it's all about the dyes.
Okay.
That's the thing people have. They say cotton fades a lot faster. No, it's the dye quality.
Well, what is the real secret information? What is the brand?
They are both. They're made by Proper, they're made by True Spec, and they're actually military because it's technically an Air Force uniform. The Air Force has adopted the OCPs, but there is jobs in the Air Force that you have to meet National Fire Protection Act standards, which means you cannot have any synthetic fibers in your uniform. So they make a full set of OCPs that are NFPA certified, that are 100% cotton rep stop.
Are these the frac U's or no?
No, because frac U's have Nomex and synthetic fibers in them. That is not NFPA certified. NFPA has to be like 100% non-burning fibers, which is basically the U.S. has cotton. You can get a 100% cotton ripstop set of OCPs that you can wear because it'll look just like your uniform, but when you wash it, it'll get extra nice and soft.
I have to look these up.
You do, and I want to buy a set just to wash them a few times to see how they compare to the regular ones.
Talk to me offline about this.
The NFPA, yeah, the National Fire Protection Act uniform. So, I think the main contractor to the Air Force is Proper. That makes
okay.
But
yeah, Proper makes a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for the U.S. government, they make a shit ton of shit. But it's the NFPA certified OCPs are great because it's 100% cotton ripstop, like the old Vietnam jungle uniform, 100% cotton ripstop. But in the OCP camouflage and in the new ACU cut, you know.
There you go. You
put all the I tell people all the time, I keep letting all these servicemen, even though I'm like not in, I care about a lot of the people that are in the military. I know a lot of people that are in the military. I'm like, you guys gotta like get the new NFPA OCPs. I promise they're gonna be the best fucking things you ever wear once you wash them twice.
Jeez.
Yep.
That's my thing. I have hot weathers, I have the fucking frackies, and I have the regulars. So it's just like, oh man, another.
You got to complete the set. You got to get the NFPAs. Yeah. I think the whole set though, like if you wanted to buy one blouse and one pair of pants, it's like $140.
Oh jeez. Okay, that sounds about right though.
Yeah, that's not bad. So.
Yeah, because then you have to go get them sewn on too and everything.
So well, these are all Velcro. They have all the Velcro.
Well, yeah, no. What they'll do is they'll just sew on the name tapes in the rank.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you had to, like I would do that because I don't like Velcro.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I do. It also makes it look nicer and more professional.
Mm-hmm. I hate Velcro. Soldiers that have been in for over a year and they still use Velcro are dumb.
Hey, we can bring up the fucking shoe shining topic now.
Oh, about how I was in the I put that in the Discord too. The fucking shiny ass black 80s boots with the OCPs.
They look cursed.
They're not so bad. Come on.
It looks like you're straight out of Panama or South Africa.
That's fine. Panama's a place. It's okay.
Yeah.
And like to be fair, a lot of other countries wear black with their OCPs.
Yeah.
Like their multicams and stuff.
I meant to say it looks straight out like the 80s, like fucking BDU and desert or chocolate chip shit.
There they are. Look at that.
Yep.
I polished up my black 100% leather field combat boots. Yep. I think it looks all right, but like
they're okay. Like they're just weird. That's it.
Yeah.
After seeing even the Korean black boots, those polished and everything, they just look weird.
Fair. I mean, they are really dark, but like if you got one of the OCPs that you got them cut where they have a lot of the dark brown flexing, you know, it would look better. Work. But like you see a lot of the people that have them that like they look really, really arid for some reason just because of the strips of fabric they used.
Right.
So it just depends.
Looks like Hardyville, Savannah is 1.5 miles away. That's not Savannah though.
That's Hardyville.
Yep, that's Hardyville, Savannah. It's not the same.
It's not the same. Are you telling me that the Great Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee, that's a Bass Pro Shop, is not in Memphis, Egypt? What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of giant things, isn't the world's biggest mall in Minnesota?
Oh, or yeah, the Mall of America? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the largest one in the world.
Isn't mall culture dying, though?
Well, this isn't just a mall.
Okay. It's like a theme park, too?
Yeah, it has an entire like amusement park on the inside that's open all year, even though the winter, because it's got like 5-story roller coasters on the inside. It has 2 water parks. It's got like 4 hotels, like 50 restaurants.
It's like Disney World, okay.
Yeah, there's a Lego World there.
There's a Lego? Ooh, I gotta go there.
Yeah, it's actually one of the biggest Lego worlds outside of like the actual Lego world, you know?
Okay.
And
dude, Fuck anyone that doesn't like Legos. They're the shit.
Yeah, they have like I think one of the largest Lego creations in the world in this Lego world. It's like a 38-foot tall like brontosaurus made out of Legos.
Okay.
It's literally like almost 4 stories tall. This like Lego sculpture they made of a dinosaur.
I bet there's some glue in there.
Probably. It's got like wires, I think, like helping hold the neck up and stuff too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but it's actually a really cool place to see. So, and the hotels in there are really nice. Like it has a Radisson hotel, which is like a really nice hotel.
Just say once you get your house and invite everybody over.
I said that already. I'm like, you guys can come over whenever you want, and we'll go in January. It's a great time to show up. I hope you guys like cold.
Jeez, the only problem is with me. I can't even predict if I'm going back to Europe or not.
That's fair. Well, I mean, it'll be a fun time. We'll go out. Well, I'll take all these people from the south, and we'll go like walk out onto a huge ass frozen lake that's so big you can't even see across.
Yeah.
And we'll jump up and down on the water. It'll be great.
We'll have to ask Tom for some of that, not Nordic, but the Swedish canned fish.
Oh, the Surströmming?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some, actually. It's not bad.
I watched General Sam eat it, and there was nothing in it.
What do you mean?
General Sam's a comedian that I watch. He does Tarkov videos and stuff, but a Swedish viewer sent him one. He opened it up above water, and it was just water. There was no fish.
Oh, that sucks, because like mine had like fish in it.
Like,
I didn't know you were supposed to open it underwater, though, so I opened it outside.
Yeah.
And it like
apparently you're supposed to open it underwater.
Yeah. Because it's like so pressurized from like the fermentation that it'll like blow up. I think there's like a SeaWorld or something too in the Mall of America. Yeah.
We got to get that, some kimchi, and some of the most other just like tangy foods that we can find. Yeah.
You could try my favorite dessert for the longest time: vanilla ice cream with baby dill pickles on it.
Baby dill pickle. I could see that.
Don't knock it till you try it. Like people's like, that's disgusting, and I'm like, if you try it, you get like the kind of tangy saltiness of like the pickle and the sweetness and the creaminess of the ice cream. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. All right, I got to get another beer before I die of dehydration over here. Before I die of dehydration.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me? The weirdest I tasted applesauce.
He'll be back in a second, hopefully.
We're getting to the.
He'll be back in a second. Don't worry. He's just got to get to good cell phone signal.
Yeah. I think we're back now. No?
Good. I can't see because it's so dark now, but like I could hear you. So. Maybe.
We're going through the boonies.
There we go. Yeah, you're coming in and out. Jeez. You're in
we're
South
getting to
officially.
the boonies. Yep, I think I'm about to. I know where I am. I'm about to cross into Georgia.
Woo! Hey, that's where my mom lives, really close to Georgia.
Yep, I'm just. There you go. But yeah, I'm just South Carolina bridge.
Ooh.
I know where I am. Okay.
South Carolina. You didn't want to stop off at like Fort Jackson? Come on.
Fort Jackson. Just say like I'll stop at the Palmetto Armory and that's about it.
Not Fort Jackson? You don't even want to go say hi?
Jeez, what do I need to do at Fort Jackson?
Officer stuff. I don't know.
Officer stuff?
Yeah, officer stuff, Yep.
I am now in Georgia. Yep.
Georgia.
Hooray. I got to get a DUI to blend with the locals. Yep.
That's fair. I was like, don't get too close to my mother. She lives right on the Georgia border, and she'll probably shoot you. She's kind of like that.
So you're saying that I need to wear the interceptor, okay?
I mean, she's probably like a Soviet sleeper cell, so she's got pretty good aim.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and I'm no, like scares the shit out of me, and I'm a good shot. Scary aim.
If it scares the shit out of you, you're like, I was gonna say, just like that means something.
Like I could just take a 700-yard shot, fully confident, and she scares me. So
there you go. She's one of the old grandmothers that you don't want to talk to.
She's only like 50. She's like 50, 55?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not super old, but she'll have her cigarettes in one hand and her gun in the other hand.
Yeah,
she's got a SIG. Her like go-to home defense gun is like she has like a SIG 227.
A 227. I've never heard of a 227.
It's like a 226, but in 45.
Okay, oh geez.
Yeah, so imagine a 226, but in 45 ACP.
5.
So, yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah, and that's her. Yeah, so she can like throw knives really well, but she doesn't like know where she learned how to do that.
It's just a family trait.
Yeah, and it's like, well, you're definitely a sleeper cell. Like, like nobody learns how to shoot one-handed that well and can just magically tomahawk a fucking kitchen knife into a post like 20 feet away.
The problem is that she's probably a modified sleeper cell, so they just cut out all the memories and stuff, but left her with the talent. So she got all the muscle memory, but none of the
she couldn't be like activated now that the Soviet Union fell. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So she's
just like dormant. The clones from fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, she's just a dormant sleeper agent now, just permanently dormant. Fuck.
There you go.
That'd be cool. She scares me. She scares me a lot. But to be fair, I have a better handgun than her now. I have a SIG 210. So.
Oh, I just bought a SIG 228 for $600. I gave it to my dad since he's all about the SIGs.
Yeah.
So, but he gave me a
good gun. It's a 229 without the rail.
He gave me a Gucci Glock for it.
It's probably not a bad deal because you got that for like $600. That's not a bad deal.
Oh yeah, no, I got it for $600. He's like, son or boy, go buy it.
Yeah.
Like, and then in return, because I wanted a 9mm to carry, he gave me a Glock 19 with some night sights, a laser with a flashlight laser. It's pretty pimped out.
Well, why didn't you just get a SIG 210 like I did for a lot of money? It's 9mm. It's a single stack. There's nothing to go wrong on it. It's got a super high slide velocity, very low bore axis, almost no recoil impulse, and the barrel in it is capable of making a 250-yard shot.
Yeah, it's because I didn't want to go find one.
So. Yeah, you didn't want to, for one, try to find one, and then two, drop $4,000?
Yeah, exactly. I still find it funny because I was hunting for a Tokarev. Yeah. He's like, oh, buddy, I sold that. But since you just came back from Germany, how do you want this German handgun?
You want this German gun? Yeah, a German-made SIG 228. Yeah.
I'm just
for like, $600.
Yep. Fuck. He was Air Force and having kids, so I'm like, okay, too easy. Yep.
That's the thing. See, everyone has kids, and then they got to sell everything. It's stupid.
Yep.
Dumb. Shouldn't do it. Kids are bad. I love my Tokarev. It's great.
You could be like one of my lieutenant buddies. He's not in our unit anymore, but he got moved over. He's a platoon leader now, but he has 9 kids.
Yuck.
9 kids.
That's like my old boss.
As a first lieutenant. Holy shit.
He's a young dude. That's a lot of fucking kids.
Dude, like, he told me it's just like, yeah, the older ones manage to the younger ones, and this man got almost $20K back in taxes.
Yeah, I have no fucking doubt that he got $20K back in taxes. He's got 9 fucking kids. You know what he should also have? No balls. That would probably help. So.
Yep. He told me it's just like he can't even pull out of his garage way.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, dude, you probably couldn't even pull out of a driveway. Shit.
Yeah.
So 9 fucking kids. God damn.
Yep.
That's how my old boss used to do too. He's got 7 kids, and all he would bitch about is like how expensive fucking groceries are. And I'm like, how about you just don't have fucking kids then?
Exactly. Just stop fucking cranking them out. Come on.
Yeah. And he's like, well, my first wife and then my second wife wanted kids, and then next thing you know, you end up with 7 of them. I'm like, you could just not.
Yeah,
It's
don't.
that easy. You just don't.
Yep.
So
It's been really easy for me since girls just naturally walk away from me. It's too easy.
I keep to myself. I don't need any of that. I had my man whore days. I don't need any more of that anymore. So
Yeah, there's a hidden OnlyFans password somewhere, or not password, account name somewhere.
there's some stuff on the OnlyFans for sure. So
Jeez.
there's
I don't
definitely
know
some
what
stuff there.
to say. I kind of want to find it just for the scavenger hunt thing, and then just not use it.
Somebody found it, and he doesn't use it either, and he's actually a pretty regular commenter, and he found it, and I gave him a lifetime pass to it, and he doesn't watch it or anything, but like, and he hasn't told anyone either. He likes when I talk about it though, that he's like, I know who I am, so.
Jeez, it's literally like a scavenger hunt at this point. So.
Yeah, it's because it used to be on my older videos. Like I used to have it was in the comments and some of the descriptions of like my older videos, but a lot of those are gone now, and so they're not there anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's specifically on the CG34 video.
Well, those are up, I think, still all those.
Yeah.
But like some of them, yeah, I got rid of.
It's not on it.
My
I checked.
videos. Oh, you yeah, fair. Man, yeah, gotta look for that too.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if you guys find,
I still love it though how people ask you questions. Oh yeah, I still love it though how people ask you questions on videos that you've already made.
Yeah, I know, right? Like when they ask, it's like, can you show me like this kind of helmet? I'm like, I have a whole half-hour ass video on this helmet. It has all of the information you want. Yeah, it has all of the information you want. But like I do it out of the kindness of people's hearts because I'm a good person, even though it's a chore. But
yeah, I gotcha. I can imagine though, like for me, I have my helmet collection and that's it. I'm trying to downsize.
Yeah, well, I downsized a lot of mine, and I actually got a couple of them I still got to get rid of, like the Italian paratrooper helmet. For some reason, nobody wants those over here in the United States. They're so fucking rare, and for one, in like a wearable size, and in good shape. They only made them for 1 year, 1942 to 1943.
Yep, that's the problem though. You run into it where it's just like it's too niche.
Nobody knows. Well, nobody knows what it is, or like the guys that do want them, I see them. They sell for like $900.
Jeez.
But like once they have one, they're not going to buy another one.
Yeah.
And so the 8 guys in America that want one have theirs.
Yep.
And I'm over here, and I'm like $300, and it's in great fucking shape. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. Like I have that like post just after Vietnam. It's like a late 60s or early 70s, like mint, unissued.
M1
Paratrooper M1. Nobody wants it. I also don't advertise it very much. Everyone's like, throw it up on eBay, and I'm like, well, then eBay's going to take like
pay all the fees. And
eBay's going to pay like $80 fucking now because I'm not a partner with them. So like I lose a third of what I sold it for. So.
The best way to sell shit now is like not even arms list, but like just Facebook Marketplace and knowing people. Yeah.
Yep. So.
And then just knowing people. Mm-hmm. Or Discord. Discord's another one.
That's true.
Yep. But it's like word of mouth is how shit spreads now.
That's right. But I got 2 awesome helmets, and I see them sell all the time. Like people are paying way more for beat up ones on eBay, and I'm like, I have a mint one like right over there. I'm trying to sell for less.
The biggest thing I'd say is just hold on to them. If no one's buying them, just hold on to them.
Exactly. And I'm like, I would sell them. I'm not selling them at a loss, obviously, but like I would sell them for less than they're going for if I know they're going to like somebody else's collection or like to a good home, because I want to like help the community be less toxic. So
Right.
because
I
it's
got
so
that.
toxic. The
So
collector community is so toxic.
Yep. For today's video, we have a helmet that I bought from Devin K for our today's ballistic test.
Pretty much.
Just
I'm always
fucking
willing to work
toxic.
out trades and stuff for people too. Like, it's great.
Yep. I mean, I've traded a couple helmets. I still have that Austro-Hungarian one. The Italian. Yeah. Yep. The gray one. I like it. It doesn't fit me, but I like it.
Yeah, they're hard as fuck to find.
Yep. So
Those
say, like, I
fucking
got a couple
Italian
helmets from it.
fucking M1, those like Italian with the blue paint on the inside, but they were repainted green because they came from France because they're so early. The M15 Adrians, it's like good fucking luck finding one of those.
Huzzah! I have just passed Savannah. I know where I am now.
There you go.
Yep. So
I mean, it's the
I'm on
same road you take every time, isn't it? You've done it like 5
Yeah,
times. You
it's
should know
just
where you're going.
it's just one straight shot. I just drove underneath the Savannah Bridge, so you have to take it to go to Savannah.
Yeah.
I'm about an hour away from my house now.
Hooray!
Yep. And I'm also on 1 tick of gas, so I might have to pull off to go get gas.
Ah, that's all right.
Yep.
We're getting up
It's
there
fine.
doing 2 hours and stuff too, so you know.
Oh no, we can do it on stream.
We'll have to get you like on an actual like stream when you're not like driving too. That'd be great.
Yeah. The biggest thing is that like every first of the month I have to do reports too, so they're gonna start badgering me. Yep. But definitely later on, like once I get resituated and everything, we could totally do that.
We could definitely do that. So whenever you want to pull in for gas and stuff, that's when we'll end it. Just so you know.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Continue to drive on fumes.
That's right. Well, I'm on. So like, I started drinking pretty early this morning. It was like 11.
Right.
And so I've had about 16 beers today.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you kill all the Italians. You get a little thirsty.
I killed a lot of Italians in that stream. Killed a lot of Italians. I played a match with my buddy Roy last night where I managed to get. He was playing as the officer, and so he got like a ton of kills, you know. And then at the end of the match, he looks at me, and I was playing as we were playing as the Italians, and I was playing as a guy that I called the White Knight. Because if you play as a mountaineer, there's one guy that has a white hat, a white shirt, white pants, white boots, and white ammo pouches, and there's no snow on the map. So I'm playing as this guy sprinting around at Mach 7 as the mountaineer in a full white snow camo outfit. And at the end of the game, he's like, dude, chill. I had like 248 kills with like the Vetterli carbine.
That's like the same vibe as the fucking Woodland in the fucking invasion of Iraq.
Yeah, you look like a black fucking target dummy. But like he was just like, I have been dropping bombs and gas in everybody, and it's like, you have had a 40-year-old rifle and you've got 100 more kills than me. So I was like, well, do stuff, Roy. It's easy.
Yeah, exactly. Just shoot people and run around.
Just move. I'm the White Knight. It strikes fear into people when they see me.
It's literally the game. Come on, man.
Sprint at Mach 7, the light infantry perk, I'm telling you.
Yep.
It makes me kind of want to wish I didn't sell off all my Italian stuff.
You can buy my 2 Carcanos with
what kind of
serial numbers.
What kind of Carcanos?
I have
like a lot of carbines, right?
They're not cavalry carbines. They're just regular They're not long barrel. They're just regular Carcanos. I think they're 1928 ones.
Are they like TSs?
Yeah, they're TSs, I think.
Are they actual TSs or are they 9124s?
I think they're actual TSs.
Okay.
I'll have to send you the pictures.
If they're 9124s, you got hosed. They're garbage. They're the worst Italian rifle ever made because they were long rifles that they cut down. And so, like, because the long rifles had gain twist rifling, they have like no rifling basically because they cut all where the like, good rifling was off the barrel to make it shorter.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
The TSs is a great fucking.
I remember we talked. Yeah, I remember we talked about them earlier because I was having trouble identifying them.
Yeah, I was like,
but
please tell me they're not 9124s. Yeah.
Yep. No, they're not 9124s, and I have the old 1890 something one back in my house because I'm keeping that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the Carcano.
So
The 41's the best Carcano though. Like if you can get a Carcano, the 41 model's the way to go.
I'll pretend like I heard that. So.
The 41 model's the best Carcano to get. That's the best Carcano.
Okay.
If you had to get one, that's the one to get.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's the one, the 41.
Mm-hmm. It's halfway between the carbines and the long rifles, but it has the carbine sights, but it takes the long rifle bayonet. It's like 4 inches shorter than the long rifle. So it's kind of in that like short rifle range, but it doesn't have the gain twist rifling. It has like the full nice rifling in it, and it's a fantastic rifle. The sights are lower profile because it has like the carbine sized sights on it, but it's like dialed out appropriately for the longer barrel. It's the way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty lit.
And they made them from 1941 to 1944, so they actually made them like the least amount of years. So they're actually kind of harder to find, but it's the best Carcano.
Okay, and it still shoots 6.5, right?
6.5 takes the same clips and everything, and it takes the long rifle 91 bayonet. So.
Okay, I do know this. I have 285 rounds of really scary ammunition.
You could sell it because it's people want 6.5. Sell it. People want 6.5.
Well, the problem is that I kind of want them too. I just want to redo the primers so that way when I pull the trigger, it doesn't fucking hang fire.
Oh, hang fires aren't scary. It just happens with old ammo.
Dude, no, that was the scary part. I went out to go test a clip of 5 of them, and only 2 of them shot.
I mean, I can't speak because, like, you see that rifle right there? That's my Wurndl.
Right.
So mine was made in 1870, according to the date on the barrel. 1870, that rifle was made. I bought ammo that was made in 1885. 10 rounds of ammo for that rifle made in 1885. And me and Roy shot it, and every single round went off.
I would hope so with a horrendous fucking trigger pull on it, though.
Yeah, 20 fucking pounds.
So hold on, I want you to do it. Are you able to do a grand thumb and dry fire the trigger
on the screen?
Yeah, on the Wurndl. So that way
everyone could, because it's not a gun, but like everyone can see it then.
Yeah, like I want everyone to be able to see, like grand thumb style, how much effort has to be put into that trigger
to pull the trigger on this thing.
Yeah. Yep. Jeez.
All right.
Oh man, I have to actually look at this.
Right, so this is an antique, so it's not a gun, technically.
Okay.
All right. So if I bring this up here, I show you guys. This is the 1867, so it's the external hammer version. So you would have to it's at half cock right now. You have to full cock it, and then to pull the trigger, you got to really have some grip strength. You got to have like a hard pull on this. It's about 20 pounds, and then you would have to half cock it, rotate the drum over, slap the paddle to eject the round. Put the new one in, rotate the bolt closed, full cock it, and then the trigger's like very long and uncomfortable and flat. And it has no like pistol grip. It's a straight wrist, so you have to.
Oh God! Oh
yeah!
Jesus. I saw that.
I have enough like grip strength to do it with one finger, but almost every single other person I've had shoot this has had to use 2. And I get
they don't enough. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I get it, it's rough, but like you just have to like.
You can do it. It's still possible, at least.
Yeah, I've done a lot of like hand strength training though, so.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
well,
you gotta do it.
Let's just say I am at the part where like there's this giant fucking 20-minute drive to base, but I'm about to get at least $10 worth of gas and then fill up on base. So.
There you go. Tax free, baby.
Oh hell yeah! Gas is always tax free, isn't it?
No, usually gas is double taxed, federal and state.
Ew. So, but yep, I'm about to just go ahead and put $10 in, so that way I don't have to spend overpriced on this shit.
Fair.
But I'm literally a tick up. So.
Fair. Well, tell everybody goodbye then.
Yep. I was gonna say we made it to the gas station, so I'm like
right.
30 minutes from the house.
Get some questionable sushi.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, the one with fish, none of that California roll shit.
Yeah, get actual fish gas station sushi.
Yep.
Yuck.
Oh man.
Yuck. That makes me sick
That's
just
what I'm
thinking about it. Oh, it's a Love's. They actually got really good food. They're nice.
Okay.
No. Love's is actually like a really clean, really nice. Like, I'm a connoisseur of like what are good gas stations, and Love's is actually a really good choice. So.
Well, there we go.
They got decent food, and the bathrooms are clean, and the people are friendly, and there's hardly any stabbings.
There's hardly any. We gotta fix that.
All right, well, get up there.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. We're about to go get $10 worth of free gas.
Yep, I gotta go put this. Apparently, this shit works, but my dad gave it to me. It's jet fuel.
Yeah.
Octane boosters things. So.
It's better for your engine in the winter. I wouldn't really do it where it's hot.
Yeah.
Because depending on how your engine's configured, it can cause your engine to burn too cold, actually.
Okay.
And that can hurt your fuel economy a lot.
Oof.
So.
Yeah. Let's see how cold it is. It's humid.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't then. Just do $10 on like regular gas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Well, I think this is it then.
This is it then.
At least for this one.
That's right. Make sure you put all the gas station sushi pictures in the Discord. So.
Oh God.
No,
I'll look like Homer Simpson with all the donut like sushi all over.
Sesame seeds all over. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you everybody for stopping by. We'll have to get him when he has like cool stuff to show and tell, because he's got a lot of cool stuff to show and tell.
Yep. I gotta head back and get ready for dumb shit.
That's right. Welcome to the government, baby.
Yep.
Alrighty, everybody. Wave goodbye now.
Yep. There we go.